Ladies and gentlemen, this is Christelle Martinette. So happy that you could make it. Those of you who are here, so very happy you can make it. So I have my candles here. In the end, you'll see them. And I have my 3 bags. So slowly but surely, I'll explain what's in them. All right, in each bag that I'll show you individually then, there are 2 different tarot decks, a bag of runes, a rather large crystal, and an oracle deck, a specific oracle deck. Hello, Tammy. Glad to see you in the room. Now, bag number 1. Monet, hello there. Bag number 1 is distinguished by this gray-blue material and a macrame necklace that has a Burmese quartz. It's a quartz from Burma, and the quartz are gems that expand your consciousness, and they're very, very grounding. Okay, so this is the first one, bag number 1. Then we have bag number 2, which is a gray, burgundy, pink, and white, and has the water pearls, river pearls, and pearls are, especially these type from the river, are significant because of the female wisdom that they represent, and the memory, female memory that it represents. It's significant because of that. The third one is this bag with yellow, golden, orange, and blue-gray background. There are flowers on it. And it has this labradorite. And labradorites are very grounding stone. They're very protective stone. And they're levelers. When you carry something like this, you are on a par with everyone else. Let me say hello to Just. Oops. Here I am wanting to say hello, and here I fall. Just, hi, how are you, Just? Neurole, Coyote, Lilia, and Margaret. All right, now you pick your bag. Remember, there's bag number 1 with the quartz, the Burmese quartz. Bag number 2 with river pearls, and bag number 3 with the labradorite stone. Take a moment to meditate on that, just a few deep breaths, and then I'll get started. Deep breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And one more time, breathe in and out. Now I'll start with number 2. Sorry, I'll start with number 1. That's what we usually start with. Now, let's put this stone, the Burmese quartz, in the middle there and see what we have here. Let me see. Okay, we have the runes. Runes are they're jade runes, and jade is significant of abundance and antiquity. Abundance and antiquity, aristocracy, really. Now, in this bag, I have this malachite azurite. This brings compassion, brings love with it, and it heightens your intuition. And it is a very high resonating stone, high vibrational stone. Put that off to the side. Then I have as oracle cards, I have the Kipper cards off to the side. And I also have the oracle, the Lemurian star child. Then I have the, this is the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. This is the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. And the last tarot deck is the Mucha Tarot, the artist Mucha. Now, let's see what we can do. I'll start with, the question is, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I was conflicted whether to say, what shall I do now? What should I do now? Hello there, Cherry. Elmore. Good, you're already picking bag number 1, 2, and 3. I see that. Bag number 3, you're going to have to wait a moment. Okay, let's go to the 2 have come out. 2 have come out. Let's see if I can lower this here so you can see it better. There you go. All right, I'll show you those. And let me start by the Mucha Tarot. And I'll clarify with the other. Let me first show you these. It's the Sacred Mountain. The Sacred Mountain. There you go. Vision quest, clarity and truth. Shambhala, deep, deep healing. What should I do? What should I do? And this second one that has come out, look how beautiful that card is. Lemurian Shaman, shadow dissolving in gaze of truth. Going beyond fear, initiation. What should I do? It looks like the cards, the oracle cards here are inviting you to step right into your shadow. Right into your shadow. Really dance with that shadow. Let me see what the first tarot deck talks of for us. All right, let me show you them. We've got the World card. Sorry, the Judgment card here. The Judgment card. The 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. And the 6 of Coins. Then we have the 5 of Coins, the 4 of Coins. Let's look at all these coins. And the King of Wands, the King of Wands. This judgment card, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we may make our lives joyful. Now, look, for people who have chosen bag 1, I'm looking that, let's put aside the notion of COVID-19, but we cannot neglect the fact that we're in a context here. It talks about a journey, this shaman here, and it talks about going toward a truth of a shadow, however. It's as if you have to face your fears. There are fears here linked to matters of the heart I'm seeing here. There's also fears linked. The money matters here in group number 1. It looks like to me you are on a steady roll in the sense that you are not wanting in relation to the immediate past. It's not that you've, fallen into a hole or you've gone bankrupt. No, I'm not seeing that. But I'm looking at a position of strength, this King of Wands, a position of strength and very creative. Let me take the Silver Witchcraft Tarot and highlight some of these because I have these 2 5s. This 5 of Coins and the 5 of Cups that are always difficult cards, and I want to pull them out to see what they're on about. Let's look at this 5 of Coins because I don't see economic difficulty here. I have the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. The Emperor, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might have stability in our life. Now, according to this 5, it does usually in the tarot world talk about poverty, poverty basically of spirit. But with this lovely Emperor here, I don't see that as being the case. Even before I pull that out, I don't see that as being the case. Yes, okay, there is fear. This 7 of Swords does talk about fear. There's a little bit of fear in love. Now, how could that play out? I'm not talking about the boy meets girl, girl meets girl, boy meets boy. Not this type of thing. That unloading the ability to freeing, opening that chakra, opening that heart chakra, opening and letting it come, letting it flow. I'm seeing here that there is something linked, and I'm going to take the Kipper cards here for that. There's something linked to matters of the emotions, the heart chakra. And it's as if, it looks like what should I do? It looks like the cards are telling you to let go, to release. It looks like you need to release. You should release here. But it seems, there you go, just fell right out. Pathway. You do have to make a decision in group number 1. There's a decision to be made. And let's see more about that. Well, the decision, the family room. Okay, the family room and thoughts. It does seem to me like a family matter. The near family, the roots, who you call your family, your tribe, your inner tribe. It looks as though you have to face. Now, I'll give you an example. There's an inheritance, okay? And there's a lot of mistrust between siblings. And this has caused you, this is an example, remember, this is only an example. This has caused you to take a step back and to be, your thoughts are working overtime, and you know how powerful thoughts are. Thoughts can be like daggers. This is what's happening. It looks as though you're being challenged, and you're suspicious of those near you. I'm going to take now a few more cards on the witchcraft cards over this 5 of Cups. Over the 5 of Cups. Let's take a look at that. We have the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Coins. Again, 5 of Coins, this 5, and the Ace of Wands. It really, really does look to me as though there's some kind of money to divide, as if it were an inheritance, as if there were a passing, or there has been even years ago, but that the will has been unearthed and it's not clear. Things like that. It looks like that to me. This card has flown off the top. The 5 of Swords. There's something very spiny here. The 5 of Swords talks about regrets, and it looks as though there is a bit of regrets in relation to how you are behaving with a family member, how you are acting with someone, a beloved one. I'm going to take now this 4 of Coins. Remember, we have this 4 of Coins here with the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Let's see. Okay. We've got the 6 of Coins. Now we're going run the gamut of the coins. The 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Look, it looks like to me that once that heart chakra opens, once that trust is bestowed, is given, everything comes your way. Everything then changes for the better. There is a huge change in this period. Now, there are 2 other cards here as we saw, there was the Six of Swords, there was the Six of Coins. These are cards that tell you there's an opening in your reach. Going to that Judgment card. That's such a powerful card here. Let's see. We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. We've got the Nine of Cups. Look at that. Nine of Cups. And then we have the Ten of Coins. It really does invite you. Look, this is a moment of reckoning. It is a moment of reckoning. This is your time. The Nine of Cups is there to tell you, yes, here is the prize. Here's the goal. And here you are now. This is the judgment moment. You're being called to stand up and bat. But before you get there, there's something that you have to do from here to here. I'm going to take the Kipper cards. Let's see. The Kipper cards. The Kipper cards. This is bag number 1. Remember, this is bag number 1. Now I'm going to go to the Judgment card. Yeah, look at this. There is that question of choice and decisions. All right, we have the Privileged Lady. Now, this card comes out, the Privileged Lady, when there is definitely something coming your way, when there is abundance, when there is something, and I'm talking about monetary abundance, financial abundance. Then we've got occupation. All right. Now, occupation does talk of work, and we can call it work. We can also call this occupation something that you have put your mind to over the span of a very long time. You have made it your goal. You have made it your goal to reach something that you truly want, and the decision in the Lovers. Now, this can also play out in terms of a loved one who is no longer with you, but they have taken away from you property that is legally yours, and this entails a ruling to be waiting for. This as well. It looks like to me, I'm going to take more Kipper cards over this King of Wands. Well, these two have fallen out of the deck. Sudden wealth, there you go. It is. I do. And gift, I really do see that it is bestowed from a male. And I'm going to take from the bottom of the deck. Mature man. Yes, it looks like this comes from, it is. I keep hearing inheritance. And this is what it looks like to me. I'm going to do this. Take the runes now and cast these runes in the box here in this wheat woven basket, and then put them on the table, and then we'll take a look. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. And interesting. All right, look at this. First of all, we have Hagal. Hagalas. Now, Hagalas is it really literally means hail, limitations or delays, forces outside of your control. It's telling you that the time is not ripe. But, and this was signaled also by the Six of Swords before, but we have here the nameless, faceless rune, weird, that talks of faded or undisclosed happening, an occurrence, a gift, something that's coming your way, but it's not disclosed as yet. Now, the other runes around it here do tell me an expansion of the story. For example, Isa here. Isa literally means ice. It talks about freezing, stopping, cooling down, especially in a relationship. And this jives with what I said about the family. Then we have here Tyr. Now, Tyr is a rune that you like to have around. It talks about victory. It talks about victory in competition. And as I said, the time is not ripe, but it will, the ruling will go your way. What should I do? I should wait and open the communication with these members, this tribe of yours. Then we have Lagus, which is bright staves. It's straight up. And this talks about intuitive knowledge, about female wisdom, about memory and success. Again, we're talking about success. Should I? Yes, open up because you know that success is yours. Here we have Manats, and Manats is the rune of humankind, of interdependence. And this is a very clear sign to say, yes, go back and talk with these family members, with these members of your tribe. You will receive aid. And however, it's also time now for new plans, waiting for that inheritance, the prize, or whatever is coming your way. Then we have Yera. Yera is the harvest. It talks about karmic rewards that are due to you for your efforts, justice and legalities. There we have it. It moves around the notion of a ruling. And then we have Awats, which is the hue tree. It's a powerful protective rune. You do have the universe on your side. This is, I'm happy with this reading, and I think we've answered the question very clearly for you. Let me pull up the things. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, for the first reading, number one, bag number one. And now I will just quickly put everything away in the bag. This is what happens when you're live, because you have to put away things and not make any mistakes, or else then the next bag will not be able to hit the table. Let's see. Those of you who chose one, do write underneath the video about any resonance, things that have resonated for you. Let me put this away and take now the second bag. This is the second bag. So I have these pearls. I'll put these off in the middle. And let's see what's here in store for us, for those who have chosen bag number two. We have the runes, which are bone runes, and bone runes is significant of the life-giving power of the sun, bone. And so I will put that over to the side. Then I have the Virasibila as an oracle deck here that you know that I use often. We have here the Tarot of the Golden Dawn, the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn, one of my favorite decks. And we have this lovely citrine. Look at that, the citrine. The citrine is like having the sun. It is a breath of fresh air when it comes to you. It is so highly protective. When you have a citrine near you, negative energy is just not. It will not be able to stick in any way. It brings clarity. It's uplifting. Then we have our Star Child Oracle. And okay, this is a Necromonian deck. This is tarot. It's a Necromonian, it's called, deck. So let me see what we can do. We'll start with the Starseed. Very huge cards, difficult to process, difficult to mix, although they were already mixed. Let's see. From the top, we have the Joy of Life. Great. Trust, open your hands. Now, this is important here. Open your hands. Share and let go. Very interesting. The joy of life. How many of us have been hurt? How many of us have lost trust in other people? And, we're only human, and that happens so often. I'm going to first lay the Necromonian Tarot, which is a lovely deck. They speak so clearly. Speak so clearly. Let's see. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. My. Interesting. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness the power of this card so that we may have stability in our life. That's the Emperor. Then we have again the Judgment card. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness the power of this holy card so that we may bring joy into our lives. So we have joy here, joy coming. We have a Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands. We've got the Empress. Now, this is a couple, definitely, the Emperor and the Empress. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we may bring us, bring about change, and it may bring about abundance. Then our last Necromonian tarot card is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, you can see here represented, is someone blocked in place. Now, what I'm looking at here is, people in this group have the opportunity to go straight forward to get what you want. Not only hiccups. Not only, maybe I should drink something. Excuse me. Not only is that the case, it is a matter of standing in the face, I don't want to say of danger with this Judgment card, but the Judgment card asks you to make a decision, because the only way you can get joy is through making a decision that you've been putting off for years, even for decades perhaps. The fact that you also have the two, the Emperor and the Empress, means that there's so much strength here, that you possess the strength and the fate you possess in your hands, your fate. All you have to do is decide for it, is take it. Now I'm going to take this this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands, take the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn and take a look at what it can tell us about this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Okay, we have a Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Strength card. Really does look, you people in this second group have been really through the ringer. This is very clear. And now is the time that you're afforded the moment of making that qualitative jump. What should I do? Yes, go for it. Do what you have been afraid of doing up until now, it's telling you. I'm going to the Eight of Swords because the Eight of Swords is a card that's very clear, telling me that there's something you just will not decide on. There's something that you don't have the courage or the strength to act on. And what am I getting here? I have the Two of Coins. I have the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. Now, this tells me literally that you have to change things. There are things that you need to change, the decisions to make a change concerning concerning your truth. And it's something that has to be done very, very quickly. As we speak, it's something that's long overdue, something that is very much long overdue. Let's see. Let's see what... I'm going to take an oracle from the bottom of this. Okay, vision of unity. Okay, this helps us. This helps us quite a bit. Focus on the light, the right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. This helps you to find a key as to how we're able then to make that decision that we've been putting off, and we have convinced ourselves that we don't have the strength to go through with. Let's see. Now, I'm going to take this over the judgment card. Oh dear, 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 oh dear. Okay. This is a karmic pattern here I'm seeing. Something that has lasted for years and years and years and years, that you are, leaving the status quo. You just want it the same because you don't want to ruffle any feathers here. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands talks about a burden that you have and have had for a long time. It is not a 10 like that 10 of Swords that tells us it's the end of that. And then we have this Devil card. And if we need to meditate on the devil, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Hear me, O great guardians of the tower. Harness us the power of this card so that we might see and free ourselves from our bonds that limit us. And that has given us the opportunity to do that. Now, the Two of Wands here is also a card that talks of almost a sparring partner. It's you and yourself. It's you and your shadow that are sort of acting one against the other and are not ready to do anything that will improve your situation. I'm going to this Four of Wands. That is usually such a beautiful card that talks of stability. And it talks about foundation and happiness of the family situation, particularly. Just a moment. Let's see. Pull this off. Then I have the Fool card. The Fool card. Hear me, O great guardian of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might start a new beginning. This is what we want. The King of Swords and the Seven of Coins. Now, the King of Swords is also an indication of the rapidity with which it has to happen. It's a very fast-moving sword. It's a very fast-moving king. This could be you that is involved with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But it also talks about speed and the speed with which you need that new beginning. What should I do? Start that next step. The Seven of Coins. I'm going to take the Vera Sibilla and clarify that. These were all shuffled before I started. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. Okay. We have amore, which is love. We have gelosia, jealousy, but it's also sadness and the loss. It's a loss as well. And happiness. So you see, this is sort of sadness, happiness, and in love. Now, the situation that it talks about is a relationship that is very strong, that has been strong for many years, but has been challenged. It has been challenged. And, every other day I hear you saying, this is it. This is it. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. And then you just close one eye and one ear to the situation. The cards now are telling you, take that added step. If you want to leave your partner, leave them. If you want them to leave you, they want to leave you, let them go. Or, and I see this because the sadness and happiness together still talks of love. And it is still love. And this is why there is so much difficulty with this Eight of Swords. of not knowing where to move and how to make our decisions. You know, it's quite interesting. I'm going to take the Syliva cards again and clarify this vision of unity oracle, because it seems to me you do focus on light. Okay. And how many times have they cheated on you? Have you cheated on them? There's a little bit, you know, the fault is on both sides. I see this here. And it seems as though there's guilt and wanting to give blame where there is no blame to give. Life is like a centrifugal force. You know those plastic containers where you clean salad. You put the salad, put it under the water, put it in, and there's two. There's a closed, and then there's a basket. You turn it, and all of the salad goes towards the end. That's what happens in life. The speed and everything that happens, we are pulled apart. Here there is love. I'm going to look at focusing on the light, what the Syliva can clarify for us. All right, now it looks like that, you know, I'm looking at like more than 70% that there's Belvedere, looking at the future, a broad, bright light in the future, as was this focus on the light. Domestico, this house domestic, and hope. Now the domestic here is a figure that's sort of sly, and it does point to doings, you know, things that were hidden and that have emerged, and that were hidden again, that have emerged again. Relationships, in a certain relationship. And this could be a family member. It also could be a love relationship, but there's something that you just no longer can close your eyes to, but there is love. There still is such strong love. And this is at the basis of the difficulty. I'm going to take a few more cards, Syliva cards, on this Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands talks of, we have amica. This is a friend. Harmony, speaks to harmony. Fedeltà, fidelity, and superbia, vanity, and pride. Now, you know, vanity, pride, fidelity, you know, all of these things, they're all so many shades of different colors, rose, red, you know, blue. And sometimes they are overlapping. We can't say, I was faithful to my ideal. I was faithful to my policies. I was faithful to my dream. I was faithful to my husband. I was faithful to my lover. There are things that seem even to betray you. And what should I do? This looks like to me that the message is very clear. Focus on the light. The right to see. You have the right to see in the light, releasing any illusion. And that is the key, releasing the illusions. Let's go to the runes and see what they can add. Whoop. I put half of them in and half of them out. Let's see what. Okay. There is a rainstorm here of runes that have fallen out of the basket, but then very few have fallen in the basket. Okay, now what am I looking at here? I'm looking at Thurisats. Now, Thurisats is a rune that's very, very serious. It's protection, it's luck, especially when it's with Awats, which is this. It's very, very strong. So there is protection here. The universe does definitely have your back. So let's put that off to the side. Now we have Otala. Now, Otala is upside down. It's Merkstave here. And Otala talks about, it's sort of a karmic pattern, a karmic key that talks of things that are material in our life, as if you want to give value to something that is not love, something that is our home, our car together, our vacations that we were supposed to go on together, this business, half of it is mine, you know, these kinds of things. It can signal a milestone in your life. In this position, there is a milestone. This is a moment, a very strong moment. I mean, you've got here 5 major arcana, 6 major arcana with the strength card. Then we have Gifu, group number 2. A Gifu is a rune that is literally means gift. It talks about partnership. It talks about an important development in a partnership, specifically in a relationship, a romantic relationship. This is a give and exchange, a giving and an exchange. They are really telling you, ladies and gentlemen, of group number 2, bag number 2, that you have to take a step, and you have to have your voice heard, and you have to know what you want. Bjork Berkana, Merkstave, ladies and gentlemen, and it talks about fertility, the family, new beginnings, but it's Merkstave. And before you can move forward and have that new beginning, you have to have your voice heard. We've got here need, and need talks about patience. Okay, patience, and there's a delay because you're going to take time before you make this decision. And it's a situation that's difficult, and you will be learning from it. I've got here Manats. Manats is the rune of humankind. It's interdependence. Just like, where is it? Gifu, which is giving and taking. We've got Manats that talks about receiving aid and trying to make plans, new plans with the same people or out of them. Make new plans to turn and go into another direction, or make plans with them. But now is the time you have to decide. Nameless, faceless rune, weird. There is a faded, just next to Gifu, this exchange here. When Gifu comes out, it just, wakens up all of the rest of the runes. And it talks about love coming in a final faded way. It's an undisclosed way. There is a definite finality to this. It's now or never. We are going forward or we're not going forward. We've got here Ingvats. Ingvats is a successful conclusion, the way you want it. We've got Wunyo, which is in this position. It's upside down. It's Merkstave. It's joy and happiness that is going to be difficult for you to feel in this interim before you make that choice. But lo and behold, we have Soilo, we have the sun, and the sun shines on you. This Soilo, the rune Soilo, is far greater and far more important and powerful than the sun in the tarot cards. We have Soilo that talks of success. It talks of success and warmth. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, of group number 2. Namaste, and right underneath the video, how it resonated, if it did, if parts of it did, because it's a reading that touches on different levels. Now, let me get rid of all of these things here so I can then go to our next group, our bag number 3. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay. These are all behind the scenes things that you don't see when I usually record it. But now you're seeing me get rid of all of the evidence and going on to group number 3. Okay. Now, group number 3, we have the Labradorite. Remember, we have the Labradorite. The Labradorite that I'll put here in the middle. Drink some water. Now, we've got the onyx runes here. And we've got the onyx runes that have the significance of willpower, determination, and all things discipline. There's discipline in these onyx runes. Now, I'll go to our bag of tricks. Here we have rose quartz. Look how beautiful this subscriber came to Rome and she gave it to me. Beautiful, from the UK. If you're watching, and rose quartz does have to do with our rose chakra, our heart chakra. This is it opens up love. It's all about attracting love here. Now, this is the Vera Sibilla, the different style Vera Sibilla deck, more older style. We have the Angel Tarot. We have the Star Child Oracle. And what is this? What's the last deck here? What is it? What is it? What is it? We have the, I believe that this is the Ludi Lescott. This is the Ludi Lescott Tarot. There you go. Now, let's start with the Star Child, the Star Seed. All right, let's see. Last one, number 3. All of you who had to wait, it's your turn now. It's your turn. It's your turn. Let's see. Okay. One from the top and one from the bottom. Let's see. This is the family of light. Family of light, signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdom, and earth and air, stabilization, physical integration, and mental clearing. It looks like healing has to come about. What should I do? Let's take a look at the other cards to see what they have to add. Ludi Lescott. Let's start with Ludi Lescott here. Oop. Ludi Lescott. Yeah, Elmore, you resonate with number 1. Okay, good. Good to hear. Thank you, Lilia. Thank you, Tammy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, let me show you these. We've got the 5 of Swords. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the Major Arcana 13, which is the Death card. The Death card. This is, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might do away with our past, do away with our negative past, forget our negative past. Then we have beautiful cards. We've got the Major Arcana number 15 here, which is the Devil. Now, these are some serious cards here. Let's see. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might be freed of our shackles, of our bonds. Then we have this gorgeous card here, the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups. And last but not least is the 7 of Wands. It looks like there's conflict here. There's conflict here. And of course, of the 3 bags, it looks to me that this is requiring you to call upon energy to heal you physically, heal you mentally, and heal you emotionally. I'm going to take under the deck here another card for that, both the Death card, this is the High Priestess, and the Devil card, the Queen of Cups. For our High Priestess, hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this card so that we may find our life purpose. so that we may find our life purpose. Now I'm going to the Angel Tarot, which generally interacts very seamlessly and well with other tarot as clarifiers. And I'm going to touch on, first of all, this pair here, the Death card and the High Priestess, which is asking us to find our purpose. Let's take a look. One from the top, one from the bottom, and one from the top again. Look at this. Look at this. The Ace of Cups. I expected that. And the Ace of Wands and the one. We've got 1, 1, 1. This is the Magician. The Magician. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might bring about change. And change involves a new beginning. Very faithful to that Death card perspective. Now I'm going to clarify this Devil card here in the other tarot deck. Let's see. Nice, nice, nice. Well, you've got tons of major arcana. Okay, you've got the Four of Wands, a double whammy. There was the 4 before. There's the 4 of Wands here now. Then you have the Hermit card. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that we might gain inner wisdom. And we have the Death card again. The Death card again. And this talks of starting anew. What can I say with this 111? What should I do? Close the door, open the other. There's major here. I mean, it's easier said than done. Okay, I know that. I consult with a lot of people. I coach a lot of people. I know that. But it's easy as starting to think it. It's easy as starting to say it. It's easy as starting to visualize yourself being and doing what you want. Yeah, Margaret talks of Scorpio. Yes, the Death card is Scorpio. Many of you may be involved with the Scorpio. Yeah. Of course, all these major arcana, most of the major arcana have the Virgo, the Hermit card may be, you may be involved with a Virgo as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go on this, first of all, the Family of Life. The Family of Light. Now, there is this we had the Queen of Cups. Remember, we have the Queen of Cups. Now we have a King of Cups here. We have the 4 of Coins. It looks like a moment of release, ready to be releasing, because I remember saying to all of my subscribers, I read this as a rising from your ashes, just like the Death card affords us. The King of Cups. We've got a King of Cups here. It's all about opening. It's all about pardoning people. It's all about pardoning yourself. And the healing comes out as a result of that. We've got the Emperor here. We've got the Emperor here as well. Hear me, O great guardians of the tarot. Harness us the power of this holy card so that stability may enter my life. Look, I'm very, very much interested in looking at what should I do? The question was, remember, the question was taking stock and moving forward in a way that you have never been able to do that before. It seems like a common theme here, but there's so many signs here. The cards are, I have to say, that there are 78 tarots, 78 cards in the tarot deck. What is the likelihood of the Death coming out twice in 2 different decks? Okay. And, that goes with saying that's the same thing that can be said of other cards that come out. And here you have so many major arcana. There are only 21 major arcana. And, you know, to have so many on the table means that this is a moment that's very, very important to you. And of course, people who come and watch readings of this kind want guidance. I'm going to go to the earth and air, stabilization, physical integration, and mental clearing. I've got the Gran Signore, this great, great protector. This great protector could be a male or a female. Then I have Alegria, happiness. I kid you not, the death card, Morte, once again. Happiness comes with the end of a cycle. Look, I'm going to pull more cards from under this deck. Okay. We had Alegria, the happiness, right? What do we have here? Nemica, the enemy. This is intrigue as well. This is a serious, sad occurrence as well. I don't see this as jealousy or as a third party. Many of you may have a third party involved, but Allegrezza is happiness in a two-party situation, and the donna di servizio, the housemaid, is a helping hand to the couple when there is this situation. How can that come about? 4 times the death card has come out. How many times does it have to tell you? It's now or never. We need to make the change. I'm going to take the runes and see what they have to add. Okay. Now, we have, well, let me put them out as they came out. So then, okay. We have the rune need. The rune need is requires you to have patience. Patience with yourself, because there's a delay between the time you decide to make a move and when you start to think about it. Need is a difficult rune, and it talks about constraints, but it also talks about a difficult learning situation. So get ready. Get ready. We've got this beautiful rune, Fehu. Fehu talks about fulfillment. And when there is a romance, it's a romantic fulfillment. But it also talks about financial gain, especially with other runes close to, like Ingvats here. Ingvats is a rune that talks about the successful conclusion. And this aids in learning, success in learning from the situation that is so difficult at hand that you have now. Then we have Awats, and Awats is a powerful ally. It's a protection. It's telling you that do not fear. The universe has your back. Fear not, because what is ahead of you, what lies ahead of you, is something you cannot imagine. Beyond your wildest dreams, I'll say it. Bjork, Berkana. Now, Bjork is generally what we would call the birth, something new, something that starts. And it's right side up, it's bright stave, and it does talk about, and it's pointing you, it's to the new beginning that you are about to decide for. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician, number 1. 3 wands. 3 is such a spiritual number. We all know that. And lo and behold, we have now the rune called Lagas. Now, Lagus in this position, right, bright stave, is very, very lucky for us. It's talking about, it gives you intuitive knowledge. It is female energy, emotional energy. It will bring you success in understanding what has happened and what is about to happen. There is something missing here. I want to take another, here it is, from under the oracle, the star child, rising to here you go, rising to Pleiadian. frequencies, sacred bond, healing clears space for higher energies. All right, what does this tell us? It's as if it's crowning the reading. It tells us that you need not be nearsighted, but farsighted. Raise your gaze from the issues that you're having right now, because when you resonate to a higher vibrational rate is when you can really face all kinds of challenges. Good for you. Good for you. I'm very happy that I was able to give you that at the end of the message, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this was of help to you. Write to me under the video and how it resonated and what parts. And now let me go to the people here that are with me and take a look. Margaret, you said Moldavite in your ring. No, this is not Moldavite. I'll show you Moldavite, and it's exactly here. Moldavite is a very I couldn't wear Moldavite all the time because it's it just is too it would give me a headache, really. This is Moldavite. This is Moldavite, and this is really, really powerful. And at night when I go to sleep, I have to close this in a couple of bags, because or else I'll just have my sleep. Oops, sorry about that. Or else my sleep. There you are. Or else my sleep will be no sleep. Yes, Neurole, it's now or never. Opportunity. Yes, Margaret. Opportunity, definitely. Thank you, Tammy. And I'm going to say goodbye. Write to me underneath. And I really need a collective energy here from all of you in the room. There was a person under my, in my community section on my YouTube channel who wrote something very, very odd. The veil has been lifted, or go earn your money in a different way. And, sometimes I think people have nothing else to do. And so I will take it as given, they have nothing else to do. But I clear myself before I come into the room, and I really am a powerful healer. It's very strong. So please bring your energy, your positive energy in here, and keep the naysayers away. I don't need naysayers. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. And until we read, it does look like it was, wait a minute. Margaret is saying, it does look like it. So what is it? Oh, no, this is silver. This is nothing. It's not a stone. This is silver, colored silver. This is an artist made this. It's just silver made by hand and twisted. So naysayers beware, naysayers away. Stop. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with me today and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are here for the first time, ring that bell, subscribe so you'll be notified. And stay safe. Stay safe. We are on lockdown here in Italy, as you know. And I, work from home. And of course, my gym is closed. My swimming pool is closed. I started running again to keep my wits. And who knows, I hope that it will come out soon. Yesterday, when we were channeling, I channeled Syliva Browne. She talked of 3 months from when lockdown starts, and that's a long time. So stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.